Have you ever been so confident in your own straightness that it makes you realize you're a little bit gay? It's time for some very real talk.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, to preface this, I have to tell a bit of a story. So, about a month ago or so, my headphones stopped breaking. Doesn't sound relevant. Trust me, it comes around. The other thing you need to know about me is that I walk to and from work quite a bit. It's about a 40-minute trip, not too bad for in my mind. The problem is, usually during these trips, I like to listen to music. However, with only one earphone not working, it renders these headphones basically not worth using. So I ended up one day just walking to work with nothing in my ears except the thoughts in my head that aren't really in my ears, but they're thoughts in they're formed enough thoughts that you know I might as well be hearing them. And if you don't know this about me already, um, my my brain, when it's not given much to do, can get a lot done, regardless of whatever it is it's trying to get done. It'll just pick something and process it like for a while until I've basically become my own therapist. Not that I've become the equivalent of a professionally trained therapist, because Lord knows I have not. But this walking to work, even when listening to music, was a really good way for me to kind of meditate and process things calmly and come to, some healthy conclusions. And without music in my head, that just kind of accelerates what my brain is doing. Uh, and one day, I was walking along, and I was thinking about some of my friends, um, few of them, and I have this one friend who is a romantic. They, you know, they don't feel romantic attraction to either guys or girls, and I was thinking about that, and I thought, and I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not a romantic, because if you've watched either of my playthroughs of Dream Daddy, you'll know that I got my ear to whatever's cute going on. But with that said, I started thinking, if I'm the other way around, I started thinking, I may not be physically or sexually attracted to guys. What about romantically? And I'm gonna get to this later on in the video, um, but I'm, you know, I'm in a relationship right now, so there's not really a way for me to test this out practically. But I ran some scenarios in my head, and so I gave myself questions like, how would I feel about going on a date with a guy? And I thought, if it's the right dude, then it could be good. How do I feel about um, being in a relationship or holding hands with a dude? And I thought, that doesn't sound so bad. In fact, it sounds pretty cute. Sounds pretty great. Um, okay. And then I thought, uh, how would I feel about, you know, being married to a guy and just, spending life together and, doing the life as a couple. I thought, I think I could jam with that. To which I came to the realization, and t- honestly, I haven't actually heard this term used. I'm just kind of putting a prefix and a suffix together to make what might be an already existent term, but I've never heard of it before. Biromantic, basically meaning that while I am only sexually attracted to girls, I can be romantically attracted to boys or girls. To simplify it more, I guess I don't find guys hot. I don't like guys sexy. But there are some guys that I definitely find cute. If that makes sense. So, what does this mean for me in my life right now? Well, not really a whole lot. For kind of the same answer, but also for two reasons. Same answer being I'm in a relationship. And it's not really going. It's doesn't look like either of us are going anywhere. In the best sense, like we're both staying put. And in that sense, I don't really need to think about, if I would want to try dating guys, because I'm already dating someone, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, there's no need or there's no impetus for me to go search out that aspect of myself. It's good that I'm aware of it, and I'm glad that I was able to identify and acknowledge this. But it's not really something that I need to really invest in at this point in my life. The other thing is, like, even if I was single in this in the unfortunate hypothetical situation where I am apparently single, I don't know if I would still want to date a guy, because I would want the person that I'm dating to be someone that I am both romantically and sexually attracted to. I know that that's, not a required thing for everyone. Shout out to my asexual friends. But that's something that personally I look for in a relationship. And because that element wouldn't really be there with another guy, I don't really know if it's worth, I'm not gonna be tearing myself, doesn't really tear myself apart about it. So, yeah. I'll be honest, I never thought that I would, in my life, end up making what is basically a coming out video. But, these things happen. I'm very much at peace with it, I can no longer refer to myself as an entirely straight guy. Lost that, but not a whole lot of a loss, quite frankly, if you ask me. So, yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. Hopefully, if any of you guys that are watching consider yourself biromantic, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're hearing what I'm saying and you're like, that kind of sounds a lot like me too, I would also love to hear from you as well. And maybe we can chat and, figure stuff out. I'm excited to have this be another part that it's like I'm just that little bit more self-actualized, I feel a little bit more like myself. I feel like I know myself a little bit more, even if this part of myself isn't necessarily going to be practically manifested in an actual relationship anytime soon, as far as I know. I'm glad that I know that it is there. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you've got thoughts, if you got comments, if you got, any encouragement for me, then I would love to see that in the comments below. If you like this video, there's a button for that. And if you haven't subscribed or rung the bell, doing some fun stuff. The girlfriend that I talked about earlier is on this channel. We're doing this thing called Spook Date. It's cute. Go check that out. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed or rung the bell, those are both things you can do. I'll see you later.